As one of gaming's foundational genres, action-adventure continues to evolve, pushing the boundaries of what's possible with every new generation. So today, we're going to see the best in the action-adventure game in 2025, highlighting the must-play titles in the action and adventure spaces. And we start with Wheel World. Wheel World is an arcade-style bicycle racing and exploration adventure that thrives on its chill atmosphere and stylish comic book-inspired aesthetic. You play as Kat, a young cyclist tasked with saving the universe from collapse by recovering legendary bike parts and performing a mystical ritual known as the Great Shift. The game truly stands out is its deep focus on bike customization, allowing you to scavenge for parts and meticulously tune your ride to handle diverse terrains, from winding asphalt to rugged off-road tracks. Beyond the competitive races, the experience is elevated by a vibrant open world filled with hidden secrets and an infectious synth-heavy soundtrack that perfectly complements the rhythmic flow of pedaling through its surreal landscapes. Total Chaos is a harrowing psychological survival horror experience that masterfully transforms its retro roots into a modern industrial nightmare. The game has suffocating atmosphere that blends Silent Hill and Stalker, which is reinforced by a grainy, dirty visual style, and the world that feels actively hostile to your presence. The gameplay goes far beyond simple jump scares, forcing you to navigate a brutal ecosystem where you must manage hunger, bleeding, and stamina while scavenging for scrap to craft makeshift melee weapons. With its visceral, heavy combat and the masterclass in sound design that uses silence and distorted audio to fray your nerves, the game captures a rare sense of genuine dread and desperation that is often missing from high-budget horror titles. Spirit of the North 2 is a visually breathtaking open-world adventure that expands significantly on its predecessor by trading linear paths for vast Nordic-inspired landscapes and a new sense of freedom. Taking control of a customizable fox paired with a wise raven companion, you traverse diverse biomes, ranging from lush forests to ancient crumbling ruins to cleanse the land of corruption and restore lost guardians. The game commits to a contemplative, minimalist atmosphere, where the story is told through environmental cues and a soaring orchestral soundtrack rather than dialogue. The addition of a skill tree and rune system adds a satisfying layer of progression, while the boss encounters focus on clever environmental puzzles rather than traditional combat, preserving the series' signature relaxing and ethereal tone. Herdling is a soul-stirring alpine adventure that tasks you with guiding a flock of majestic, shaggy creatures known as calicorns across a treacherous mountain range to find a new home. The game uses the deep, wordless emotional connection it fosters between the player and the herd. You aren't just a commander, but a caretaker who names, pets, and protects each uniquely designed animal through intuitive shepherding mechanics that focus on guidance rather than domination. The journey is defined by its breathtaking, painterly aesthetic, shifting from bleak urban ruins to lush, vibrant peaks, and a dynamic orchestral score that swells during exhilarating stampedes and softens during quiet moments of respite at the campfire.
Of loneliness.
Duck Detective: The Ghost of Glamping is a charming, cozy noir mystery that balances absurd humor with satisfying, logic-based sleuthing. You step back into the webbed feet of Eugene McQuacklin, who is dragged to a supposedly haunted campsite to solve a low-stakes yet surprisingly dense case. You need to use your deduction system, where you search for keywords in the environment and interviews to fill in the blanks of your case file, essentially turning investigative work into a clever game of Mad Lib. The experience is brought to life by high-quality, fully voice-acted dialogue and a vibrant cardboard cutout art style that captures the feel of a Saturday morning cartoon, offering a relaxing, punchy adventure that rewards your attention to detail without ever feeling overwhelming.
smell that flesh.
Silly Polly Beast is a surreal, high-intensity action horror journey that plays like a stylistic fever dream. You guide Polly, a young girl escaping a nightmarish orphanage, only to be plunged into a hellish, fog-shrouded abyss where survival depends on mastering a unique blend of tight twin-stick gunplay and unconventional melee combat, using her trusty skateboard as a weapon. The game constantly shifting perspectives between top-down exploration, side-scrolling puzzles, and high-speed third-person chase sequences, all while maintaining a cohesive Slav punk aesthetic. Between its pulse-pounding rhythmic combat and a hauntingly beautiful soundtrack, the game creates a thick, oppressive atmosphere. Ninja Gaiden Ragenbound is a high-octane revival of the series' 2D roots that masterfully blends the punishing, rhythmic action of the NES trilogy with the fluidity and mechanical depth of modern hack-and-slash titles. You play as Kenji Modzu, an apprentice tasked with defending the Hayabusa village through a series of stunningly detailed pixel art stages that feel like a AAA evolution of the 8-bit aesthetic. The game has dual protagonist system, allowing you to swap to the assassin Kumori to navigate a ghostly alternate dimension, alongside the introduction of the guillotine boost, which lets you stay airborne by bouncing off enemies and even their projectiles. This creates a rewarding flow state that honors the legendary difficulty of its predecessors while offering a more responsive and expressive combat toolkit for a new generation of ninja masters. Sword of the Sea is a mesmerizing and meditative surfing adventure that blends the high-speed thrill of extreme sports with the soulful, atmospheric exploration. As the resurrected Wraith, you traverse a vast, undulating desert known as the Necropolis of the Gods, atop a hover sword, a versatile relic that mimics the fluid physics of a snowboard, skateboard, and surfboard combined. The game makes you focus on momentum and a frictionless flow state, allowing you to elegantly carve through shifting dunes, shred through skate park-like ruins, and pull off radical tricks while wordlessly restoring a lost ocean to life. The experience is a serene yet exhilarating tribute to environmentalism and the pure joy of movement, offering a rare sense of peace that lingers long after its brief journey concludes. Constance is a striking 2D hand-drawn Metroidvania that transforms the internal struggle with mental health and creative burnout into a vibrant, decaying world of ink and canvas. You play as a paintbrush-wielding artist who must navigate her own psyche, using a unique paint-based movement system that allows you to become paint, to dash through enemies and phase into walls, creating a seamless sense of flow. The game's marriage of challenging, Celeste-inspired platforming with a deep emotional core, where every new ability is framed as a breakthrough in the protagonist's personal journey, it offers a deeply personal and mechanically refined experience that stands out in a crowded genre. The Midnight Walk is a dark, stop-motion-inspired fantasy adventure that feels like a playable storybook brought to life through its incredible claymation aesthetic. You play as the Burnt One, a mysterious entity who has been unearthed from the earth and must protect a small glowing potboy lantern as you navigate a world of shifting shadows and grotesque monsters. The game have exceptional tactile, handcrafted visual style, where every creature and environment looks as though it were meticulously molded from real clay, giving the horror and wonder a physical, grounded presence. The gameplay centers on the interplay between light and darkness, requiring you to carefully manage your flame to solve environmental puzzles and hide from the unnerving creatures that stalk the trail.
All it needs is a little spark, but I get what I need.
My Little Puppy is a deeply moving and atmospheric adventure that explores the profound bond between pets and their owners through the eyes of Bongu, a senior Welsh corgi who embarks on a journey from dog heaven to reunite with his beloved human. The game has emotional storytelling that tackles themes of loss and reunion with remarkable grace, complemented by a unique gameplay perspective that forces you to navigate the world with the realistic physical limitations of a small dog. The experience is heightened by a diverse mix of mechanics, ranging from rhythmic sequences to environmental puzzles, and a stunning visual style that brings its surreal afterlife landscapes to life with painterly detail. It creates a comforting yet heart-wrenching digital tribute that resonates with anyone who has ever loved and lost a pet. Eric's Home, The Stolen Dream is a visually stunning isometric stealth adventure that feels like a playable miniature film, set within a meticulously detailed city inspired by early 20th century Nordic architecture. The experience centers on Hannah, a young woman navigating a landscape of political tension and social unrest to find her missing brother, eventually joined by allies with unique specialized skills. Utilizing Unreal Engine 5, the game delivers incredibly lifelike character animations and a thick, oppressive atmosphere that is further elevated by a haunting orchestral score and top-tier voice acting. The gameplay blends classic commando-style real-time tactics with narrative-driven puzzles, challenging you to observe guard patterns and use environmental diversions to slip through the shadows of a world that feels both hauntingly beautiful and deeply lived in.
And I'll make sure of it!
Performing the dead simple action of hitting 2 buttons and signing.
Unbeatable is an anime rhythm adventure where music has been outlawed and the act of performing it is a literal crime against the state. You follow Beat and her mismatched band of rebels as they navigate a stylish, hand-drawn world, alternating between exploring urban environments and engaging in high-intensity musical set pieces. The game uses an arcade flawless combat system that utilizes only 2 buttons, up and down, to create a surprisingly deep and rhythmic flow of blocking, dodging, and striking enemies in time with a massive original indie rock soundtrack. With its pulse-pounding concerts that double as fight sequences and the deeply emotional story about finding one's voice in a world that demands silence, it offers a raw and unapologetically punk rock experience that celebrates the chaotic spirit of creativity. Dispatch is a razor-sharp superhero workplace comedy that brilliantly reinvents the episodic narrative formula by placing you in the role of the guy in the chair. You play as Robert Robertson, who is forced to trade his powered suit for a headset, managing a dysfunctional team of misfit caped crusaders from a high-tech call center. The game has a sophisticated blend of Telltale-style moral dilemmas and addictive resource management, where you must strategically assign heroes to city emergencies based on their specific skills, mental health, and fluctuating morale. Blending industrial chic art with sharp workplace satire, this experience trades the front lines for The Office to explore legacy and burnout. It's a vivid reminder that the hardest wars are often waged from a desk.
That's not how bees work, but if we kill the
Hollow Knight Silksong is the sequel to the legendary Metroidvania, shifting the focus to Hornet, the nimble protector of Hollownest, as she explores the sprawling, haunted kingdom of Farloom. Hornet's movement is faster, more vertical, and more acrobatic, featuring a new crafting system that allows players to forge various tools, traps, and weapons to suit their playstyle. The world itself is a masterclass in atmospheric world-building, trading the decaying depths of the first game for a kingdom of silk and song, filled with over 150 new enemies, breathtaking hand-drawn environments ranging from shimmering coral forests to gilded citadels, and a soaring melancholic score by Christopher Larkin. Doubling down on discovery and precision, the game evolves its punishing but fair roots into a rewarding new standard for soul-crushing platformers. Before we ended the video, let's see some honorable mentions. Do you agree with the list? If you have a favorite, whether it's on the list or outside the list, please let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching, guys, and see you in the next video.